Hi there. I am going to make a heartfelt Christmas post because I want to tell you guys a little bit about something really cool that made my day yesterday and made me smiling, happy up until now, forever. Let's get into a shamelessly happy Christmas post because I think that we could all use one. I feel like I've known them forever, but it really hasn't been that long. Let me set you up a little bit. A little bit less than a year ago, a young man came in for a consultation about a cover-up, a half sleeve at the time, and that person ended up being Bryce, who has now completed a sleeve with me. We've spent hours and hours together and gotten to know each other, and he's the first member of the Starner family that I met with the biggest smile, brightest person, brightest person that's walked through the doors in a long time. So we've become friends over the last year, and I ended up tattooing, I think, everybody in the family now. So I've tattooed his brother Chad, their dad Jeff, and even their mom Missy, who was the whole. So I've tattooed the whole family and gotten to know everybody really well, and they've been such a shining light in my life and always a positive influence. And so I wanted to tell you this story because it really touched my heart. It's just the perfect Christmas post. So I want to say, right after Thanksgiving, Bryce had reached out to me. We completed his sleeve a little while ago, but we stay in touch, just because we're friends and everything. And he had gotten in touch with me right around after Thanksgiving and asked me if I would be able to do a commission for him. And I know Christmas is a big deal with their family. There's always it's not so much about what they get, but it's always really heartfelt, and it's a moment that they share, that I've heard stories from every member of the family in their own way. So he's like, do you think you would have time to do a painting for me? And I said, yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of like cutting it close. It's less than a month, but let me see what he's got. So they lost their grandpa in 2015, I believe, to prostate cancer. And they were all very close. I mean, most of their tattoos have some sort of family symbolism in them. I've seen pictures of them all together, hunting when the kids are little babies, up until everybody's grown up and at the beach, and it's just a really tight-knit group. So he said, yeah, the car that me and my dad got, it's a 1965 Shelby Cobra. And I was like, yeah. He said that was my grandpa's dream car, and I think, since the holidays are always kind of sentimental for Dad and a little bit bittersweet, I think it would be cool if you could do a painting of the Shelby with Grandpa in it. Side note, I forgot to mention that the grandpa had never gotten to enjoy the car that was purchased in his honor after he already passed away. So back to the story. Dude, that's so sweet. Right off the bat, I was like, yeah, totally. And so we kind of talked about it a little bit, and we decided, not a huge painting, but maybe something small that could go in a frame and hang on the wall in his office or wherever, So we agreed upon that. And we had kind of been in touch over the course of the month here and there, sending pictures back and forth and planning. And, we agreed on a date that we were going to meet up, and I would give him the painting and maybe look at some picture frames and take it from there. Well, the day I was supposed to meet Bryce, I, of course, texted him in the morning, give me one more day, and I knew he would be cool with that, So he said, of course, he's push it to tomorrow. So I'm on a deadline and pressure's on. I love this family. They've been so supportive and so positive. So of course I want to make sure everything's perfect. And I just really wanted to capture Grandpa Bill's face and make sure that when it was looked at, that they right off the bat knew what it was and who it was and everything like that. So I ended up, staying up all night and changing everything, and, you gotta do this, you're gonna ruin Christmas, whatever. But it somewhere around 4 o'clock in the morning, it was coming together, and I was like, okay, I think this is cool. I ran to Hobby Lobby, I think around noon time, because I needed a paint marker and a this and a that, blah, blah, blah. Me and Bryce were supposed to meet at 5, then I made it 6. I think I was 20 minutes late to that. But finally I show up with the painting, and, I filmed his reaction. He hadn't given it to his dad yet, obviously. This is Christmas Eve, and they do some gifts on Christmas Eve together, so we were just in the nick of time. But, his reaction was really good, and so I was already really happy because of that. And, the next day I worked Christmas Eve. I had a great session with a client, and we were talking about the painting during that session. And I finished up, you know, I forget what time it was, maybe 7, 8 o'clock. And I looked at my phone and I'm like, I should be getting this video, you know, of Jeff, the father's reaction any minute now. And no sooner did I look at my phone, I got a video from Bryce. And it was what I'm about to show you. So it touched me and it warmed my heart, and I ended up talking to everybody in the family that night, you know, just getting well wishes and sharing love, you know, which I think me and Bryce ended up on the note of like, this is what Christmas is about. And you know, it just really warmed my heart and it touched me, and I think when that happens, maybe it's good to pass it on. So I wanted to show you guys and maybe spread a little bit of the love and just kind of remind everybody like just how important people are, and you just never know who's going to be so influential to you when they step through the doors. And you know, my friends mean so much to me, my clients become my friends, and I feel really lucky. So I'm going to include some images so you guys can see a little bit of backup story with the family and the car and everything, and then we'll end with you know, how the painting turned out and how everybody reacted to it. So I'm excited. I hope you guys all had a super Merry Christmas and
not on the spot at all.
Oh my god.
Oh, do you like it?
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. How you are so talented. Oh my god.
Oh, there's.
I'm gonna cry like.
I hope that everybody smiled at some point today, and you know, if you didn't, maybe this will help, maybe this will bring you a smile.
When the cameras come up, I get worried. Thank you. Oh, shit. Wow. Wow. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That is awesome.
It's really good.
That's really good. That's unbelievable. Oh my God.
All the things you guys bring into my life, they really help me, you know, understand why I'm here. And I love you guys, and I love the Starners. I want to share this moment with you because it's just really cool. It's a really cool moment. So Merry Christmas again. Thank you guys for all of my well wishes, and just thank you for the constant love and support and sticking with me, getting tattooed by me. There's nothing that makes me happier than being able to make something that can maybe touch somebody else's life. So this is what Christmas is about. Yeah, rock and roll.